Hi, I'm Greg Ong, and this is my video blog number 2, family blog. I grew up in a family with one older sibling and a mom and a dad. A pretty normal thing from where I'm from. My dad was the one who was doing all the work to help pay for the house and pay for living, while my mom was doing work to help pay for things my brother and I wanted to do. My brother kind of took to more of a indoor life. He was limited in what he could do, so he was always staying around playing video games while I was out dancing and kind of trying new things as they come. As they got older, only recently things kind of changed because both me and my brother are in college now, and we're not really with the family as much. I go there maybe 2 weeks out of the break, maybe 6 weeks out of an entire year. My brother lives closer to my family so that he has more ability to go there, and they kind of visit him every weekend. Now, primary socialization is the norms and precedents, social norms and precedents set by the family usually, which it was kind of trying to what our parents would teach us, and how my mom wanted to teach us was that we wanted to be able to experience and have the idea that we could get out of life what we wanted to give it to it, and it was more adventurous. My dad was kind of telling us to always stick with something and keep going until you get there, or quit when the time was right, when you finished your commitment. Now, family 50 years ago was a little bit more structured, where the female mother figure of the family would do all the housework, do all the domesticated work around, where the father would provide for the family through working, provide for the house. Kind of was that for my family, I guess. It wasn't until recently my mom got a new job where she's able to provide for the house as well, and for the children, and for my brother and I. So, my dad grew up in New York. He was working in a laundromat with his 5 other siblings. My mom grew up differently than that. She kind of grew up where she had to work for everything, learn how to sew, and that became her passion. It was more dime and nickel than getting your education, but they still ended up managing to get their education, and I couldn't be prouder of them. Now, popular culture presents in the family through mainstream media is most of the TV shows I watch aren't really family oriented. Most of the families there have their own issues, trying to create drama, trying to create some inner conflict that would tear them apart and bring them together. That doesn't really happen most times in real life or with the family. It does happen every now and then, but for me, it brings us more together, and it's not really a family conflict, it's more of a one-on-one conflict of who you want to bring in. My family isn't really connected to each other through each other's problems, and it's only wanting to talk to one-on-one, trying to get as much as you could from that person, and then dealing with it yourself. Thank you. This is my video blog number 2.